On the Farm. I'm your host, Larry Marble. Thanks so much for joining us today on one of our 14 affiliate stations. We're brought to you proudly each and every day by D&D Farm and Ranch. That's ddtexasoutfitters.com. Neighbor, let's take a look at the grain movement courtesy of John Tuggle and Company Corpus. Front month December corn traded down to its lowest level since July of 2021. Concerns about the lagging export demand along with a weak crude oil market combines to push corn futures down 7 cents by the bushel for the day. Beans were down a penny while KC wheat was down another 12 to 15 cents. Crude oil is currently trading down 50 cents per barrel at $75 a barrel, down sharply over the last couple of months from a recent high of 92. Brazilian corn and soybean production have been receiving rain mostly as forecast, but with more in the forecast, a negative for those markets. Corpus Christi's Public Elevator and Archer Daniels Midland is open for Milo trucks this week, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Timco and the Andersons Houston open this week for trucks 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For help marketing your grains, trust John Tuggle, 361-852-5207, 800-288-4453. That's Tuggle and Company, Corpus Christi, Texas. We're on the line with Ken Jordan, Jordan Cattle Auction. Ken, how did the sale go in Mason?
You bet, Larry. We had about 900 head of cattle today. I thought overall we had some good cattle and some little plainer cattle today. I thought it was kind of up and down as far as quality overall. For the market opening this week, when you compare back to 2 weeks ago, which we had no sale last week during the Thanksgiving holidays and everything, I thought we were probably overall looking at steady to maybe a little lower tone depending on what classes of cattle we're looking at. The stocker steers, I thought overall the real fancy kind, the lighter kind, they probably sold steady. We had some kids bring up $3, weighing right at the upper threes but they're real fancy going to wheat fields. And then some of the other cattle were probably $5 to $8 lower. It kind of depends on the quality. The stocker heifers were mostly overall sold steady, except the 4 to 5 weights I thought were probably $10 to $12 lower on those. The rest of them are all fairly steady. Feeder heifers or steers, they sold steady, while bull calves, if you look at the bigger bull calves, they were probably $10 to $15 lower, those bigger feeder type cattle. The feeder heifers also sold probably anywhere from $2 lower to $8 to $10 lower, depending on the quality and the kind. Pepper cows and bulls, I thought overall sold steady compared to 2 weeks ago. And I thought overall replacement cattle didn't have enough to really test the market on those, but what few we did have overall sold steady, Larry.
Good. How is San Sabas shaping up for Thursday?
You bet. I've looked for a pretty good run. We got several groups of calves coming in. I got some cows coming in also. So I look for a decent run for that, the way we're shaping up and everything after the holidays. Also, we are getting rid of that big female sale, Larry, on Saturday starting at 10 o'clock, a little over 3,400 head for it.
Tell everybody how to contact you, Ken Jordan.
You bet. They can give us a call there. Go 325-372-5159 or go to our website at jordan.cattle.com or Facebook or Instagram, either one, Larry.
We appreciate it. We'll talk with you before the sale.
You bet. Thank you, sir.
You bet. Bye-bye.
You bet. Bye-bye.
We're on the line with Ken Jordan, Jordan Cattle Auction. Ken, how did the sale go in Mason?
You bet, Larry. We had about 900 head of cattle today. I thought overall we had some good cattle and some little plainer cattle today. I thought it was kind of up and down as far as quality overall. For the market opening this week, when you compare back to 2 weeks ago, which we had no sale last week during the Thanksgiving holidays and everything, I thought we were probably overall looking at steady to maybe a little lower tone depending on what classes of cattle we're looking at. The stocker steers, I thought overall the real fancy kind, the lighter kind, they probably sold steady. We had some kids bring up $3, weighing right at the upper threes but they're real fancy going to wheat fields. And then some of the other cattle were probably $5 to $8 lower. It kind of depends on the quality. The stocker heifers were mostly overall sold steady, except the 4 to 5 weights I thought were probably $10 to $12 lower on those. The rest of them are all fairly steady. Feeder heifers or steers, they sold steady, while bull calves, if you look at the bigger bull calves, they were probably $10 to $15 lower, those bigger feeder type cattle. The feeder heifers also sold probably anywhere from $2 lower to $8 to $10 lower, depending on the quality and the kind. Pepper cows and bulls, I thought overall sold steady compared to 2 weeks ago. And I thought overall replacement cattle didn't have enough to really test the market on those, but what few we did have overall sold steady, Larry.
Good. How is San Sabas shaping up for Thursday?
You bet. I've looked for a pretty good run. We got several groups of calves coming in. I got some cows coming in also. So I look for a decent run for that, the way we're shaping up and everything after the holidays. Also, we are getting rid of that big female sale, Larry, on Saturday starting at 10 o'clock, a little over 3,400 head for it.
Tell everybody how to contact you, Ken Jordan.
You bet. They can give us a call there. Go 325-372-5159 or go to our website at jordan.cattle.com or Facebook or Instagram, either one, Larry.
We appreciate it. We'll talk with you before the sale.
You bet. Thank you, sir.
You bet. Bye-bye.
You bet. Bye-bye.
Neighbor, let's take a look at the meat moves. We'll begin with the National Pork Carcass Cutout value, up a sharp 546 in the Monday morning report at 89.63. The rib was the only cut reported lower, with the belly 17.76 and the picnic 11.40 higher. Estimated hog slaughter 2.221 million head from last week. That was 11,000 increase for the same holiday week the year before. Neighbor, let's take a look at the beef side of the meat equation. As we look toward the wholesale boxed beef price, higher in the morning, choice box was up 33 to 298.38. The select up 333 at 272.09. That narrowed the choice select spread to 26.29. Federally inspected slaughter last week, 538,000 head. That was down 51,000 head compared to the same holiday week last year. As we look toward any movement, cash action was tallied at the range of 176 to 177 last week. That's a $1 to $2 drop from the previous week. Neighbor, there are your meat moves from Monday. We're on the line with Sean Geiswhite, Gillespie Livestock, Fredericksburg. We'll be selling sheep and goats on Tuesday, cattle on Wednesday. Sean, what do you see for either sale?
Kind of like we talked last night, I sure think we'll get between that 3 and 3,500 on the sheep and goat end. We've got 22 or 300 on the yards, and know a few more coming in this evening and in the morning. So we sure ought to get up there. And on the cattle end, I did have a few more calls today. Some people are going to sell. So we're kind of usually after Thanksgiving, we usually have a pretty good sale. So we're kind of anticipating somewhere between that 12 and 1,400 to see how it plays out tomorrow. But to shape it up to be some good sales in Fredericksburg.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
You can reach us at 830-997-4394.
We appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. We're on the line with Riley Rhodes, Live Oak Livestock, Three Rivers. Riley, how was the Monday sale?
It went good, Larry. Better than expected. The market was on the lightweight cattle pretty much steady. Was lots of demand. Was a little bit cheaper on the bigger cattle, kind of the 6 weight, 650 weight and up, and that's primarily due to the futures market on Friday and today. But lots of demand out there, and thought they still sold really well. Ended up with 1,245 head today. Still not getting any pairs sold, splitting most of those out anywhere from 1,000 to 1,600. The bred cows 875 to 1275. Packer cows and bulls were steady money, 98 to $1.04 on your high yielding cows, 92 to 98 on your breakers, 52 to 80 on your canners. The high yielding bulls 112 to 118. Low to medium yielding bulls 94 to $1.12. The 2 to 3 weight choice steers 286 up to 320. Heifer mates 62 to 294. 3 to 4 weight choice steers 278 to 310. Heifer mates 238 to 282. 4 to 5 weight choice steers 264 to 296. Heifer mates 234 to 276. 5 to 6 weight choice steers 240 to 278. Heifer mates 220 to 246. 6 to 7 weight choice steers 216 to 236. Heifer mates 188 to 208. The 7 to 8 weight cattle, your choice steers 194 to 218, and the heifers 182 to 198. So pleased with it. Like I said, this futures market's been kind of all over the place in the last month or so, and that's kind of taking a toll on some of the bigger cattle, but they're still bringing lots of dollars, and still lots of demand on the lightweight cattle. So I get along good.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you, Riley.
361-813-6650 is my cell. 361-786-2553 is the office. Webpage, liveoaklivestock.com.
Riley, thanks for the call.
Thank you, Larry.
Bye-bye. Neighbor, I'd like to remind you about George Weichel and the good folks at Wholesale Steel, San Antonio Steel. Heavy-duty lifetime warranty on their cattle panel. The standard duty panel also. Heavy-duty and standard duty pasture gates. They're a new Preferred dealer, and they'll beat anybody's prices on the Preferred products. They've got Stay Tight 50 and Stay Tough fencing both. Cattle work and pens. They've got 2 Texas locations. They've got the San Antonio store, call 210-624-2000, or the Hearn Bryan College Station store, 979-280-6100. Now remember, that Hearn location is off Highway 6, and the San Antonio location is there off Texas 16. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, Fridays and Saturdays, 8 to 4. You can find them on the web at wholesalesteelsa.com. Of course, that's the San Antonio store, or wholesalesteelbcs.com. And that's the Bryan College Station Hearn store. Oh, and by the way, tell George Weichel that Larry Marble sent you. We're on the line with Benny Cox from Producers in Cargyle, San Angelo. Benny, happy holiday. I hope you had a good one.
Yeah, I had a really good one. Yep.
Good.
Sure did.
Well, are we going to have a good after the holiday sheep and goat sale?
Looks like it could be over 5,000. It'll be a good size deal. We had about 3,600 there right about 4 o'clock. So I would certainly guess we could get to the 5,000 mark, and it should be. You know, we shut down for a whole week, and that'd add some to it as well. So, yep.
Good. Do you know of any cattle coming this week for Thursday sale?
No, I sure don't. I looked at Oklahoma City sale, and they, of course, this old fat cattle deal, it's $5 lower than it was last time we talked.
Right.
And they were some softer on their steers and whatnot. And those calves were, I don't know, looked like they were a bit softer. Maybe some of this small grain potential grazers might have been a little better or something. But yeah, that thing softened up some. So I don't think anybody would be terribly excited about coming. We do have a special calf sale slated for December the 7th. And just tell people, keep in mind, our last sale of this year will be on the 19th of December, which is a Tuesday.
Well, Benny, tell everybody how to get a hold of you there in San Angelo.
They can call me on my mobile. It's 325-234-4277. Office, same area code, 653-3371. Or they can always look at the web, which is producersandcargyle.com.
Thank you, Benny.
Talk to you tomorrow morning.
Bye-bye.
Remember, neighbors, MG Building Materials has 5 locations. MG in San Antonio's at 2651 Southwest Military Drive. MG in Corpus, they're on Padre Island Drive, 7436 Padre Island Drive. MG Building Materials Uvalde, 2301 East Main. The store in beautiful downtown Kerrville on Memorial Drive, 2202 is the street number. And MG Building Materials in Pleasanton, 1734 West Oak Lawn. Now, I know you can't remember them all, so go to mgbuildingmaterials.com for details.
Neighbor, we're on the line with Henry Pickett from Abilene Livestock getting ready for the Tuesday sale. Henry, what's that sale looking like?
Right now, we've got about 750 on the yard with about 225 cows. We got a nice set of young cows, probably 30 to 40 head. They're going to test them tonight and tomorrow and see how many are bred and open. Then we've got 2 big sets of weaned yearlings, 69 head in one deal. They're weighing probably in the 4s. That'd be predominantly Charolais crosses. Then we've got 50-something head of weaned calves off of one ranch that are predominantly black. They're weighing from 350 to 5. And then we've got several other smaller deals of weaned cattle, but looks like it's going to turn out to be a pretty good week after the holidays, except for the board being down $14 since last week and probably over 30 in the last 2 weeks. But we'll end up with about 1,000 to 1,200 total cattle with about 250 cows.
They're in Abilene every Tuesday. Henry Pickett, tell everybody how to contact you.
Here at the barn, we can be reached at 325-673-7865, or my cell number is 940-733-8208.
I'm Larry Marble from down on the farm. We're at the kitchen table, and our guest today is Stephen from D&D, and you're bringing us some Preferred information, aren't you?
Yes, sir, Larry. So the boss ordered one too many truckloads of stuff from Preferred this morning, and I'm going to go ahead and offer 10% off all Preferred panels and squeeze chutes exclusively to Down on the Farm listeners while supplies last.
Down on the Farm listeners, you need to get in on this action. How much percentage?
10%.
Get on down to D&D right now. Stephen, tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
You can reach me at 830-379-7340, and I'm at extension 160.
We're on the line with Jim Wheeler. First sale after the Thanksgiving holiday. Jim, what do you see so far?
575, and so far about 90 to 100 cows. We'll probably palpate 45 or 50 of those in the morning. I've got probably a dozen pairs, some of them older cows, so there will be some roping calves if anybody needs them. Quality of calves is good. Sale time probably around 6:50 with 125 cows, I'm guessing.
Well, tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
Reach us at 830-569-2516.
Neighbor, don't forget about the 23rd Annual Bull and Select Female Sale coming up Friday, December the 1st, 2023, 1 p.m. in Hallettsville. 195 top-notch cattle selling. 70 coming 2-year-old bulls, 45 yearling bulls, 80 females, springs, breds, open Angus heifers, pairs, commercial Brangus heifers, pens of 3 and 6. Call for a sale book. Contact Mark Yannick, 361-798-6558. That's J-Bar Angus, leading supplier of Angus genetics in South Texas, 361-798-6558. Neighbor, let's take a shotgun look at the grains. Corpus Milo 1054, yellow corn to Corpus 510 1/4, Houston wheat 626 1/2, Houston beans 1239, Texas cotton 2236 bales at 75.63. That's it. I'm Larry Marble. I'm out of here.